Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning po. Hintayin lang natin yung mga kasama natin. Kasi
Yes.
19 pa lang kayo, 19. And you're supposed to be 40 plus. Parang 45 yata tayo dito or 47. Forty-five. Now, while we are waiting for your classmates, please feel free to write your questions in the chat box. We are now 23. Mag-jumping jack muna kayo at mag-prepare ng merienda nyo habang hinihintay po natin yung mga iba.
Huwag mong kalilimutan ang ngiti malaki ang kabuyan.
Okay, mic test. Good morning po. Good morning po sa mga nakakarinig. Let's have a quick audio check. Paki-on po saglit yung mga mic nyo. Okay, naririnig po ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, that's good. Naririnig ko rin yung mga aso nyo dyan.
Yes,
Yung mga nangyayari sa paligid nyo. Okay, so let's start na kasi sayang yung mga load natin. Anyway, As we discuss our topic for today, no, I suggest you keep the chat box active. Okay po, pag may naisip po tayong question, isulat po kaagad sa chat box. Kung meron po tayong comments, isulat po natin kaagad sa chat box at babasahin po natin yan isa-isa before we end the session for today. Okay po ba? Okay po?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So, now let's see. I'm not going to animate the slides today kasi nagtitipid nga tayo sa bandwidth. Okay po. But let me just give a quick discussion muna on our subject. No? Ano ba i-discuss natin ngayon? You have what your subject is all about and what is expected from you from this subject. So our subject is called financial analytics. Now, the common question from us, no, is, well, ano ba talaga tong subject natin na financial analytics? Okay, and if you try to Google or check the internet, financial analytics is actually when financial information, okay, is being analyzed systematically. Okay, ayun lang naman, to provide a visualization. Ayun. This includes discovery, interpretation, and communication of meaningful patterns, okay, in data. Okay, it also entails applying data patterns towards effective decision making. So, in other words, analytics can be understood as the connection between data and effective decision making within an organization. Okay, so yun po. If there's one thing, no, that I'd like to emphasize with this definition is that, well, number one, okay, ang intention talaga ng financial analytics is for decision making. Okay, if I'm going to define this para mas madali, basta you're going to analyze financial data, okay, so that we can use this for better decisions. Ganun lang po siya kadali. Okay po? Ayan. Don't worry, 14 slides lang po ito. Most of our discussion will be more on question and answer. Ayan. So what is financial analytics? Naku, ba't ang liliit ng mga to? Number one, we expect that this is data-driven. Okay, we expect that it's data-driven. Ano pong ibig sabihin nito? There will be a lot of data coming from accounting and financial, syempre, okay? And we will be dealing with data science, data analytics, and data governance. Now, as of this point, I want to emphasize one thing. Okay, data is different from information. Okay po? From your other subjects, especially information sciences and in management subjects, okay, the difference has been emphasized palagi. When we say data, this is in its raw form. It's not yet relevant for decision making. Once this data is being processed or na-process na and it can be used for decision making, okay, relevant na siya, then it's now called information. The thing is, as long as the processed data will make a significant difference in our decision, then it can be considered as information. Now, an information can also be data. Okay? Kasi kahit ilang beses mong i-process ang data, kapag hindi siya relevant, hindi mo siya magagamit, ay data pa rin yan. Okay po? Hindi pa rin siya information. Basta tatandaan natin, once na naging relevant yan, that's the only time it will be considered as an information. Okay po? Ayan. Also, pag sinabi natin data analytics, okay, this refers to processing of data. Most of the time, we will be using statistical tools, capital budgeting tools, or financial statement analytical tools. Merong numbers dyan involved. Okay? So that's your data and analytics. Ano pa? Pag sinabi naman natin data governance, dito po pumapasok yung data management natin, saan natin siya ini-store. Number 1, paano po siya i-represent? Number 2, paano po natin siya i-protect? Okay, so dyan na po pumapasok yung data privacy, ayan, yung mga firewalls natin. This is not the major concern of our subject. Our major concern, okay, will be more on data analytics. Okay po? Yung data science, kasama po dito yung mga statistical concepts na diniscuss ninyo noon in your earlier subjects, like statistics, no, or statistics with software application. Ayan. Anyway, babalikan po natin yan. Financial analytics also includes visualization. Why do we need visualization? Number 1, it's easier to make decisions kasi kapag nakikita mo na yung picture. No? For example, tinanong kita, okay, anong itsura ng boyfriend mo? Tapos ang isasagot mo ay mabait siya. Di ba? Hindi mo ma-picture yung itsura. Pag pagpipiliin mo kunyari yung best friend mo, oy girl, alin sa kanila yung yung sasagutin ko. Ito yung picture nung first na boyfriend ko, ay na manliligaw ko. At ito yung picture nung second na manliligaw ko. O, di ba? It's easier to decide pag nakikita mo yung picture. Okay? I-compare mo ngayon, no? I-compare mo ngayon sa kunyari set of numbers lang, set of text lang, listahan lang. Mas madali mag-decide siguro pag nakikita mo na yung picture. Ayun. Under visualization, our focus will be more on cross-sectional analysis and time series analysis. Okay? Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng cross-sectional at ano naman ang ibig sabihin ng time series? Okay? Pag sinabi natin cross-sectional, ito po yung analysis ng data that happens in one period of time lang. Isang period lang po ito or isang point in time lang siya. Like for example, your balance sheet actually is a cross-sectional, it's a cross-sectional information because the financial information provided in your balance sheet is, well, how much is your assets, liabilities, or capital at a given point in time. Okay po? Ayan, yun po ibig sabihin ng cross-sectional. Pag sinabi naman nating time series, well, this is a set of information coming from different points in time or magkakaibang period, ganon, or duration. Like for example, if you're given 3 or 5 years of income statement para makita mo yung trend ng sales, ganon, or yung trend ng net profit margin mo, then that is now considered as your time series analysis. Para makita mo kung pababa siya o paakyat. Ayan. You also have, well, under visualization, no, you have the concept of analyzing information from past, present, and future. Okay, bakit? Kailangan nating i-analyze yung information sa past and natapos na. Well, number 1, dyan kasi tayo natututo. Okay, that's why accounting is very important in business. Although the reporting is historical in nature, well, the historical data is always the basis for decision making kasi doon tayo natututo. Kaya nga lang, take note, what happened in the past will never be a guarantee of what will happen in the future. Okay? Kaya pag gagawa tayo ng decision, it's not focused on past events, no? Like for example, ano yung iluluto mo kaya kahapon or ano kayang magandang isuot kagabi? Diba? It doesn't make sense. Ang decision natin ay para sa present at para sa future. Okay? When it comes to future analysis, ang magagawa lang natin dyan, paghandaan natin kung ano yung darating. Diba? Okay? Most of our operation will come from our present actions. Kaya doon sa visualization natin, okay, doon sa project niyo, yan, papasok ko na yung concept ng project niyo, your dashboard will be considered as live dashboard. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Pag live dashboard, kapag may nangyari, sa current na data natin, automatic na ipaprocess siya kaagad para maging relevant siya, para maging information siya to be relevant as of this point kung kailan siya nangyari. Okay po? Now, as a part of our responsibility, no, as future financial analyst, okay, after coming up with the analysis of data, syempre we have to communicate and interpret this data. Bakit kasi kailangan tayo pa ang mag-communicate? Well, number one, tayo kasi yung nag-process. Okay? Bakit tayo ang mag-i-interpret? Well, number one, tayo kasi yung unang nakakaintindi yan. No, merong sariling language kasi ang accounting. Okay? And what makes this our subject important, no? Well, accounting kasi is the language of finance. At napaka-importante ng finance sa field of business. Most of the decisions made in business are financial decisions. Paano ka makakagawa ng financial decision kapag hindi mo alam yung language ng finance, which is accounting. Okay po? So, ayan. And why do we do this? Well, syempre, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, okay, we'd like to help our managers make sound decisions. And every time we talk about decisions, no, this should be integrated in all our basic management functions. Ano po ba yung mga basic management functions natin? Well, these are your, yung basic na PLOC DMDM, if you still remember from our previous discussions. Planning, leading, organizing, controlling, directing, and motivating, and then you have decision making. Okay po? So, ayun. Okay. Now, I just want to emphasize, no, another thing when it comes to management functions. Pag binabasa mo kasi yung mga textbooks sa management, most of the time, makikita mo yung mga chapters arranged according to the different functions. And then at the end, no, of the book or the chapters found towards the end of the book, dun palang dinidiscuss yung decision making. Sometimes it gives us an idea na, decision making pala will come after the planning function or leading function, ganun. Or directing. Hindi po ganun. Decision making is the only management function which is integrated in other functions. Okay po? So, ayun. And when we talk about management functions, sa subject natin na financial analytics, ang pinaka-focus natin doon actually is the planning, controlling, and directing lang po. Okay po? Now, babalikan po natin yan. Yehey, nasa fourth slide na tayo. Okay, i-check ko lang po yung mga chat box natin. May mga question na po ba so far? And okay, you mute your audio daw po. Okay. Okay, mag-question lang kayo ha. Kasi hindi natin alam kapag biglang mawala yung mawala yung signal, ganun. Baka hindi na kayo makapag-question. Okay, sir. Pa-upload po ng PowerPoint. Yes, i-upload ko po itong PowerPoint after ng discussion. Together with the rendered video kapag pag na-record na. Kapag na-format ko na pala, I mean. Okay po. Pwede po pa-enlarge, sir, ng mga text. Di po kasi masyadong mabasa. Thank you po. Okay, sige. Okay, no problem. Okay, sige. Let's continue. Slide number 4. O yan, malaki na ba yan? Anyway, ano to? No? This is our basic role and objective in financial analytics. As future accountants, no? As future decision makers, we should always answer the question, how are we going to systematically analyze financial data to create a visualization that we can interpret and communicate to decision makers? Yun lang naman, di ba? Kanina pa natin dinidiscuss yan. Paano mo kaya i-process to? And makapag-create ako ng visualization para mas maintindihan to ng decision makers. Kasi pag binigyan natin sila ng income statement or balance sheet, di ba? Yung isang set na nga lang, yung 1 year, halos ayaw na nilang basahin Ang nakikita lang nila ay listahan ng mga accounts, listahan ng mga numbers. What if, no? Ang kailangan nilang intindihin ay 5 years or 10 years the financial statements. What if, kunyari, nasa isang investment company ka at hindi lang isang company ang kailangan mong i-analyze, kundi yung financial statements ng isang industry, no? Financial statements ng lahat ng bangko or financial statements ng lahat ng nasa food and beverages. Ang hirap kapag puro numbers. So isipin natin, paano kaya natin ito i-process para magkaroon tayo ng picture para isang tingin pa lang, makakagawa na kaagad ng decision yung mga decision makers natin. Okay po? So, ayun. Now, let's go to the next slide. Before we proceed, dapat alam natin yung mga basic prerequisites natin. Nako, medyo mali. Palakihin natin para sa mga Francisco brothers. Ayaw lumaki. Ayun. Okay. Now, this subject, financial analytics, no, is actually a continuation of management accounting and financial management. Okay, so sana natapos yun na itong mga subjects na to. Pag hindi pa natin natapos ang management accounting at financial management, I suggest medyo magbasa-basa kayo, especially on the tools, okay? On the tools that focuses on performance evaluation. Ayan. Now, if you see the images found on this side, palakihin natin ng konti para makita doon sa cellphone ninyo kung cellphone lang ang ginagamit. Ayan. These ones, ito, in-screen capture ko lang po ito coming from our group. No? Pinost ko na po ito, I think last June 23. Paki-check na lang po yung mga previous na posts natin. Okay, ito yung mga topic prerequisites ng financial analytics. Okay po? O yan, basahin nyo na lang yan. Medyo madami. Anyway, hindi naman yan mawawala. Okay? Let's continue. Aside from management accounting and financial management, you also have investment and portfolio management. Okay? Bakit siya prerequisite? Most of the information used, no, or being processed in financial analytics focuses on decisions that are related to financing and investment. Okay po? Ayun. So, syempre, you will be expecting to process, let's say, stock quotations for the past 3 to 5 years. Okay? For, let's say, a group of stock. Okay? Bakit group of stock kaagad, sir? Hindi po ba pwedeng isang stock lang? Kasi ganito yan. Pag sinabi nating portfolio, this is already a group of assets or group of investments. And we don't manage investments individually. Tatandaan ninyo yon. Okay, investments are managed as a group palagi. Okay, a good investment, okay, is considered as good or efficient or favorable if combined with other investments will result to a higher aggregated return or lower risk for our investment. You still remember that from financial management axiom number 1. The risk-return trade-off. And I think axiom number 8, all risks are not created equal. Some of them can be diversified. O, di ba? So kapag nagdagdag ka ng isang investment sa portfolio mo, baka hindi mo siya ma-diversify, lalong tumaas yung overall risk mo. Okay? Kaya kailangan i-analyze mo siya isa-isa and at the same time, i-analyze mo sila as a group. Okay, so yun po yung role ng investment and portfolio management. Anyway, babalikan po natin yan. And then, one of the most important prerequisites, okay, of this subject, okay, is the software applications, no? Statistics and software applications. So as of this point, dapat tapos nyo na yung basic statistics niyo, yung Math 4B. Also, you have the subject statistics and statistics with software application. So as of this point, kahit man lang hanggang SPSS man lang ay natapos na dapat natin. Okay, pero pinaka-basic syempre, hindi po mawawala ang Excel. It's a favorite, no, when it comes to accounting information. Kasi kung ano nagagawa ng mga ibang software, kayang-kaya rin pong gawin ng Excel. Medyo mas mahirap nga lang on some parts, no? Kasi kailangan mong magko-code or hahanapin mo yung function. Pero kakayanin naman. Ngayon, kapag medyo tamad ka, gusto mo click ka lang ng click, you can also use SPSS. SPSS, also known as the Statistical Package for Social Sciences. I think this one is from IBM. Okay, ang focus talaga nito ay data processing. Okay? Ang dami niyang mga statistical tools na pwede natin i-embed sa dashboard natin. Okay? Mas madali yan. Soon papakita ko sa inyo kung may time pa. And then, you also have RStudio and Python. Ano po yung RStudio at Python? Well, these are languages, okay, that we use in programming. Okay? And ang focus nila is ganun din, data processing. Ayan. Mamaya ipapakita ko po yung mga expected output ng mga softwares na to. If you...
Nawalan siguro ang signal.
Ayun, hello.
Meron na ulit ata.
Meron na po ulit ako. Ganun po talaga dito sa amin.
Hello,
Biglang
sir.
nawawala. So you see, naiintindihan ko yung mga problema nyo. Diba? Okay lang kapag kayo ang nawalan ng signal. Eh kung ako yung nawalan ng signal, mas maraming problema. So, diba? Oh, anyway, sige. Let's continue. Saan na ba ako tumigil kanina? Ayan. Audio check.
Okay.
Ako, nawala yata ulit Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sige.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Now let's continue. Let's pretend we are still enjoying this. Yung screen, nakikita po ba?
Hindi po.
No, sir.
O yan.
Ayan na.
Ayan na.
Meron na,
Yes,
sir.
Okay.
Po.
Patalastas lang ka diyon, palusot ko lang. Ayan. Okay, sige, let's continue. We are now in slide number 6. So how do we start? Ako, in visualization and dashboard creation, or kung may mga project ako na kailangang mag-code or mag-program, ito po ang palagi kong sinusundan. Okay? Yung 4 L's. Okay? Number 1, you have logic. Okay? Yung iba kasi masyadong excited. Uy, gagamit daw tayo ng SPSS or gagamit daw tayo ng Excel. Install ka agad. Hindi po ganon. Tignan mo muna, okay? Naiintindihan mo ba yung information na ipaprocess mo? Alam mo ba kung paano yan na-develop? Okay? So, pabalikan mo yung basic accounting cycle. Saan ba ito pumasok nung ni-record siya? Paano ba siya na-accumulate at inanalyze? Saan report siya pumupunta? And then from these reports, okay, paano ko siya i-integrate? Or paano ko siya i-synthesize para magkaroon ako ng panibagong information na magagamit ng mga decision makers. Okay, so ayun, number 1, logic. And then, pangalawa lang yung language. When we say language, eto na po yung mga tools na gagamitin natin. Am I going to use Excel or SPSS, or should I go directly to RStudio, okay, or Python, because this is the common requirement in the industry. Okay, so yeah, logic, and then you have your language. And then third step, syempre, love. Killjoy, ano to? OA ba? Cheesy. Pag sinabi nating love, you have to identify what is important, no? You just have to focus on the information that you want to process. Okay? And then focus on the type of information that you want to deliver. Okay? Siyempre, kapag sinabi nating love, dapat committed ka sa information na to. Okay? You should be able to identify and eliminate the noise. Pag sinabi nating noise, yung mga irrelevant information affecting the decision. Okay po? And then, number 4, you have to live. Pag sinabi nating live, you have to make it work. Okay, kailangan nag-a-adapt yan, yung information na yan sa pangangailangan ng mga users. So your dashboard should be organic at the same time. Your dashboard now may show, let's say, your gross profit margin and net profit margin coming from a certain operation or from a certain, let's say, division or a segment. Pero siguro, after 2 or 3 months, baka hindi na siya relevant. So you might as well show another set of information which you think is relevant, no? Like for example, for those who are in the tech, no, technology industry, okay, in the past few years, most of their operations will come from hardware development and innovation, okay, research and development, ayan, and then pati doon sa software and applications. Okay, and ang focus nila most of the time nasa entertainment and entertainment sector or entertainment industry. Kaya ang daming research and development, no, na para sa gaming, ayan, para sa para sa movies, sa TV, kaya nagkaroon tayo ng mga 4K technology, and so on and so forth, no. And then nagka-COVID bigla, hindi na naging relevant yung mga technology information related to entertainment. Ang naging relevant na po is the information related to online education, mga work from home activities. No? So this time they are now focusing not on app sales or software sales. The focus now is more on hardware sales, like sales sa webcam, sales sa mic, yung mga ganun, sales sa laptop, dami bumili ng laptop ngayon. So, nag-a-adapt po yung mga information na pre-na-process nila. Okay po? So, yun po yung sinasabi natin na live. Okay? And when we say live, it should be continuing. Okay? Your project doesn't stop. Yun po ang mahirap sa financial analytics. Once you have your visualization, your dashboard, the set of information that you are going to analyze and process, it doesn't stop there kasi pabago-bago. Pabago-bago yung information, pabago-bago yung language, okay? Pabago-bago yung information requirement ng mga decision makers. Kaya dapat tayo ay nag-a-adapt din. Okay po? Nung nauso ang financial analytics, okay, ang ginagamit pa noon ay C++. In less than a year, nauso po ang RStudio. Okay? And then, when the materials for RStudio was made available, naging uso na po ang Python. Di ba? Tayo nasa Excel pa lang, pero ang industry ay nasa Python na po. Yung mga iba, nag-aaral pa lang ng RStudio. Okay? Hindi pa sila tapos mag-aral ng RStudio. Okay? Obsolete na po ang RStudio. Okay? Kasi Python na po siya. Okay po? This is 14 slides. So, nasa kalahati na tayo. Malapit na po akong matapos. But before that, I want to check on our chat box. Do you have any questions so far? Now, let's see. Ba't walang laman? Naririnig po ba ako? Nawala lahat
Yes,
ng laman ng
sir.
chat box nila. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kunyari, nag-enjoy kayo, no? Okay. I'm sure may ginagawa kayo. Anyway, let's continue. I suggest you begin with the end in mind. Visualization nga eh. Okay, so dapat, ano ba yung mamahalin kong data? Or ano yung data na mahal ng mga clients ko? Okay, and how will I paint a picture so that it will help them, this picture will help them in their decision making. So now we have the concept of dashboards. No? Imagine one page and you will see a lot of information. This is actually your midterm requirement. Tama po ba? Okay, so ano po yung mga yan? This one I think is familiar to you, no? The first image. This one is an example of an output, no? A dashboard created using Excel. O, di ba? Ang ganda. Okay, you have your 60-day cash flow projection, you have your gross profit, your EBITDA. You still remember what's EBITDA? Diba? EBIT ko, EBITDA. Okay, your earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. And these are live dashboards. Okay, what does that mean? If an information or if a data, let's say, has been updated, your dashboard will also be updated. Now, as of this point, when I say updating of a data, okay, I'm not talking about real-time data updates lang, no? Kasi kunyari, gaya sa atin, sa accounting, in your income statement, okay, you can have live data updates, okay, for your sales, for example, or your cost of sales, maybe purchases, ganon, okay? But there's no need to have a live update on depreciation. Nagets niyo po ba? Okay, or for example, in your financial statement, sa balance sheet, no? It's good to see live updates coming from your cash collections or maybe cash disbursements. But live updates, let's say, coming from your loans payable, or maybe let's say allowance for bad debts, they may not be relevant. So huwag na nating ilagay dyan. For income statement updates, pwede po tayong magkaroon ng periodic update lang. Okay? Kahit hindi siya live masyado. Ayan. So that's for Excel. Tara. Okay, for slide number 9, this is an example output of SPSS. So if you try to remember your previous subjects, no, natapos nyo na siguro statistics with software application, at the end of the year, you have to come up with this type of output. Okay? And then after SPSS, this is an output coming from our studio. Sorry po, there's a better output for that eh. Yan lang po kasi yung image na nakita ko sa mga files ko. No? So this one is an example of risk analysis of an enterprise. Okay? And then you also have a sample output coming from Python. So these are all your dashboards. Okay? Now there are others, like for example, I'm sure you've heard of PH stat or PH statistics. Okay, na nasa mga syllabus natin, that's already obsolete na po siya. It's now called Stata. You can also use Stata. I think right now we have Stata 4.8. Okay, pwede na po siyang mag-create ng live dashboard where the information can come from the internet. So pag kunyari naka-hook up yung info mo sa internet at nagbago yun, for example, inflation or stock quotation, magbabago rin po yung dashboard natin. Okay po. I am almost done. Ano to? Okay. In the process of coming up with a dashboard or a visualization, okay, I want you to remember one word para ma-improve nyo yung trabaho ninyo. Compare. Ayan. So what are you going to compare? Siyempre, you compare your vision. No? Okay, you compare your vision with your progress. This is what I want to show my clients. Kaya nga lang, this is, as of this point, what I can show them. So para makita ninyo yung gap, may kulang ba or may sobra ba. Okay, and then you compare that with your actual project. For example, it's already finished. This is what I want, but this is what I have. Ito yung natapos ko. Okay, so those are very important comparisons. But I think the most important comparison will be your vision, your progress, and your project. You compare that with the work of other creators. So in this subject, I am actually encouraging you, okay, to look at others' progress. No? Tignan nyo yung trabaho or yung output ng mga ibang groups because they could have, let's say, a tool or an idea, okay, which is new to you that you may integrate it in your project. And also, okay, wag tayo madamot. You should also share your tools, okay, or share your visuals in other groups so that they can also improve their projects. Take note, when it comes to creations, no man is an island. Okay po? Ayan. And my last slide for today will be one. Don't forget to evolve. Okay? If there's one thing, one characteristics that I'd like you to remember, okay, in coming up with a visualization project, this is the word that I'd like you to remember. Evolve. Okay? So, dapat nagbabago yan, nag-a-adapt yan. Okay? Okay? Your dashboard or your visualization should adapt to the information that is available to you. And your dashboard should also adapt to the information requirements of our client so that they can adapt this in their day-to-day decision making. Okay po, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Ayan, do we have any questions? Now let's see, I have nabura po lahat ng questions nyo sa chat kasi nawala yung signal ko kanina. Sir, pahingi po background regarding SPSS. Aubrey, are you there? What do you mean background sa SPSS? Nay, nawala na si Aubrey. Nandyan ka pa ba? Aubrey? Naka-mute ka yata. I-unmute mo kaya. Aubrey? Are you
Yes, sir.
Ayun, naririnig na kita. Are you asking for a discussion, ganon, or materials, or are you asking for background image, yung
Sir,
project ko kanina?
sir, just a brief discussion lang po regarding SPSS.
Okay. Ganito kasi yan. SPSS is a software. Parang Excel din, no? Program siya. And the main objective of SPSS is large data analysis. Okay? So, kung meron kayong research, for example, maganda to sa research eh. Tapos, let's say, meron kang respondents na 100 or kahit na 1,000 man yan or kahit gaano kadami yung respondents mo. Okay, kayang-kaya niyang i-process sa mga 2 or 3 clicks lang and then makukuha mo na yung information na kailangan mo. Ganon. Ganito na lang. If you want a separate discussion on SPSS, what part of SPSS do you want me to discuss? Yung features niya, yung kaya niyang gawin? Or do you want me to show you the
Yes, sir.
software and see how it works?
Sir, yung kaya niya pong gawin.
Yung kaya niyang gawin. Okay, sige. Now, let's see. Meron ba akong malaki kasi? I could run the software now. Ganito na lang. Wait, I'm going to set up a poll. No? Tanungin natin yung mga classmates mo. Tanungin natin yung isa't isa kung sino sa kanila yung may kailangan ng SPSS at kung anong feature. Okay, and then we'll set a different discussion for that. Aubrey, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay lang sa inyo. Ay, ba't may mga
Yes,
nagwawala dyan? Okay, sige, ganun na lang. Na-discuss nyo ba ito noon sa ibang subjects nyo? SPSS.
No.
Not yet pa, sir.
Ay, bakit? Ano yung diniscuss nyo noon sa statistics nyo? Para malaman ko kung ano yung i-adapt ko dito. Baka may iba kayong software na ginamit nun, pwede nating i-adapt dito.
Sir, hindi po kasi namin nagamit yung SAP.
Ay, SAP is ano, it's a different software. SAP is more on reporting, not actually analysis. If you try to go back to your accounting process, no, you remember your accounting cycle from identifying, accumulating, analyzing, yung ganung process. Okay, SAP is more on accumulation of information lang and historical reporting. Magkaiba po sila ng feature ng SPSS. Ayan. I'm trying to open my SPSS now so I can share, pero medyo mabagal eh. Sige, let's have a separate discussion for SPSS. Ayun. Wait lang. Guys, nandiyan pa rin kayo? I'm going to share now my SPSS. Dun, 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 dun. Screen 1. How come I can't find my screen? Share. Kita po? Nakikita niyo po ba ang SPSS dyan ngayon?
Yes, sir.
Ayun, this is
Yes,
version
Yes, sir.
version 17. Okay, meron pa po tayong version 22 yata or 25, but I'm still using version 17. I could share you an installer if you want. Okay, so this is an example, no? Ang unang tatanungin sa'yo ng SPSS is, well, what do you like to do? Would you like to run a query? Normally, ito yun eh. Okay, you'd like to process an information, ganon. Or magpapasok ka pa lang ng data. So, for example, I have my existing data. I could just load it. But to show you what it can do, this is my favorite part. Nakikita niyo po ba yung pointer ko, yung mouse, yung cursor? This is the favorite part. Ayan. If you click on the analyze, it's able to generate reports, no? Kaya po niyang ayan, ito. Can you see this? Ayun. Descriptive statistics. So it can show you frequencies and it could cross-tabulate and so on and so forth. Show you tables, compare means, and lahat po ito yung functions. Ang kagandahan po ng SPSS, not like RStudio or Python, you don't have to write the codes because it's already there. You just have to click, what do you want to do? Chi-square, binomial, okay? T-test, okay? You want to come up with a regression? Okay, what type of regression? Okay, do you want to have something linear or binary? Ayan. Or weight estimation, okay? So, ito po yung mga kaya niyang gawin, okay? It could transform a lot of variables, okay? You set the type of data that you want to process, okay? And then, ayan, lahat to. Okay, you also have utilities for OMS and OLAPs, add-ons, ayan, other metrics and analysis. Now, let's try to open some data. Nako, pero mabagal. Anyway, ibang session na lang kasi baka ma-excite tayo masyado sa SPSS. Baka may ibang question pa. Sir, ngayon SEM pa lang po ang statistical analysis. And software application. Kaya pala. Sayang. Asan si Angelica, Miss Soriano? Ayan. So, lahat pala kayo. Okay. Sige, anyway, babalikan na lang natin kapag kailangan. Other questions po? Do you have any questions from your, related to your output, yung dashboard ninyo ng Excel? Tahimik ka. Nandito pa ba kayo? Baka kaya nyo minumute yung mga mic nyo kasi tulog na kayo. Ha? Wala na yata.
Sir, nandito pa po.
Nandiyan pa. So wala lang talagang questions.
Sir.
Okay, sige. Ganito na lang ang gawin natin para makatipid tayo ng data. Ha? I'm going to end the session now. Okay, give me a few minutes siguro. Okay, depende kung gaano katagal to. I'm going to render the video so I could post it in our group. And then lahat na lang ng questions ilagay natin sa ilalim ng video para doon natin siya sagutan. Okay po? Okay,
Yes,
kunyari
sir.
may sumagot. Okay, doon
Yes,
natin sagutan. And then yung mga relevant questions na kailangan nating balikan, next live session na lang po ulit tayo. Okay. Ngayon lang po ako nakapag-live kasi nangapit bahay po ako. So kapag hindi po ako makapag-live, hanggang chat na lang po muna tayo. Ayan. Okay po? O sige, now let's see. O, paki-on nga yung mga videos nyo para makita ko saglit yung mga mukha nyo. Okay, let's stop the sharing.
Kiss me, Tak.
Gaganda ng mga profile picture nyo dito, ha? Kayo ba talaga tong mga to? Ayan. Nag-screen capture lang ako kasi attendance daw.
Hi, sir.
Sige. I guess that's it. If you have no questions, no, let's end the session. Pa-thumbs up naman. Sana all daw. Okay, sige. Okay. Pwede na po kayong mag-leave. Yan yung mga nagtitipid.
Bye, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Sige.
Bye,
Sir.
Bye, sir.
Ingat kayo.
Sir.
Ingat kayo.